Hi everybody, welcome back again to the channel. So in today's video, I have a guest with me, a special one, Ama Pokua. And so she's going to talk to us about her challenges doing au pair. But before you watch this video, we recorded another video where she talked about the process of au pair and what you have to do and the requirements and all of that for you to get an au pair. But in this video, right, she's going to tell us the pros and cons, the challenges, the realities of doing an au pair. So Ama, thank you so much for joining us again. So let's get right into the video. So Ama, you came to Germany, did your au pair, had your family. Let's see, when did you arrive in Germany?
I arrived last year.
Okay.
Yeah, last year, and I think it was in the cold season.
Oh, in the winter.
For me. Yeah, I arrived. Yeah.
Okay. So when you got to the airport, your au pair family came for you, or?
My host mom was not around, so my host dad came to pick me up, and I actually arrived 1 hour away from where they were staying. So I came and I had to wait for him to pick me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so when you go to the home, the host family's house, how was the feeling like? Your first impression about the family, how was it like for you?
They were Africans like me, so
Okay.
I felt a little bit home. The man
Yeah.
was, the man was not actually.
The
I
man
chose
was what?
a
Sorry, come
Ghanaian,
again.
a
The man was
Ghanaian,
a Ghanaian. Okay.
and a woman. I choose to really hide her identity at the moment, her ethnicity.
Okay.
So
No
yeah,
problem.
not really at home because I was fortunate to get an African family, unlike my
Yeah.
other. So I felt the food was going to be okay, the environment was going to be okay. We're going to
Yeah.
have a connection, and so yeah. I felt nervous because this is the first time I've actually left my comfort zone, my mother's, to another country where I don't know anybody over here to stay
Mhm.
with another family. So I was really nervous. I think it's all of us first time travelers. We all have.
Yeah. So, as you said, your first impression, you asked because you saw them as blacks, you felt at home already. But
Yeah.
along the line, how was the treatment like for you? Did they treat you well? Did they maltreat you? Did they treat you good and all of that? Let us know that.
Well, I'm gonna be very real here, so that in case other Aupiers who want to come to Germany
Okay.
want to Aupia, that everything has the positive aspect and the negative aspect.
Negative, yeah.
Regardless of who, the color or what, people will treat you how they want to treat you. Just know,
Yes.
as far as everything was okay, it was very good. You understand? I felt okay, and I knew the children back home and the children here. It was a little bit different, so I'm like, okay, whatever comes out, I'm gonna take it. And along the line, I started doing things I'm not supposed to do because I really read what the Aupair program was, and I knew
Okay.
what to do. And when
Okay, so
I
they were making you do things that you are not supposed to do.
as an au pair.
Okay, yeah.
And I think some African host families really think au pair means house help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really understand the program very well. I think they need to go to school on that again. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And they'll make you do things you're not supposed to do as an au pair, and you already have the responsibility of dealing with the children, and they add extra activities on what you're supposed to do again. So then you have to really know how to balance yourself, and you're already not even done with the emotions you are going through at the moment, coming from home and meeting a different family. You
Yeah.
have to regulations of the house, know how to live with them and so vital. And later you get to know that
And
what
later, she's mixing German with English. She has become Germanized. Yeah.
and later you are doing things that au pairs are not supposed to do. So then you have to question yourself, is this really au pair or is not? And when you ask them, am I supposed to do this? They don't know what communication is called. They feel like you are trying to disrespect them in their house. So then we really had a lot of misunderstanding, because the first thing that really got to me was when they had a party and they asked me and their former au pair. She was living in the community, used to come and help us in the house because I was new and the woman was not yet in, so I needed someone to guide me on what to do. Then they asked me to prepare party food for like adults coming for a party. And I put a PDF and I was reading, is this really part of the Aupair or I'm just misunderstanding things? I was like, okay, it's normal. Most of you Africans are like that. And I had to cook food for more like 6 or 7 adults. And when we were done, I alone had to clean the whole house and the whole utensils and everything. And that was then I'm like, okay, I think these things are going kind of not the way I want to. And as a au pair, also, you have to go to a language class. And as a au pair, when you come to a family, they are supposed to go take you to the rat house. Rat house, where you do
It's,
your
yeah, where you do your city registration. Yeah.
where you do registration. Just everybody is supposed to have an address. They did not do that for me. I stayed with them for several weeks, and they refused to do mine for me, which was very illegal in Germany here.
Yes.
So then it kept happening. They kept doing things we're not supposed to do. They refused to get me a bus ticket. They refused to pay for my language class. And I was supposed to be doing things like cooking for the children and cooking separately for them, which is not part of the Aupair program. So I had to always be balancing myself for the children. Man, it was like too hectic for me. So then I said, okay, this is not really an Aupair program. And things were happening in the house. I'm sorry, I can't say out in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last straw was when a family member of theirs entered my room, searched through my wardrobe, and took my money out. And I'm like, me pacho, this one I have to leave the house. I'm done. I can't
Yes.
anymore. So then I was leaving the house in fear, and I actually had to leave the house, regardless whether they are blacks or not. They will treat you how they want to treat you because you are
Yes.
them. And to them, you are their house help, not Aupair. Some black families don't know what an Aupair is. So for me,
So for this family, how long did you live with them?
1 month, I stayed with them from
Wow.
the moment I came to the first month. And something really happened and it triggered me, and I felt really unsafe in that house. And I said,
Yes.
I
You have to leave.
yeah. So I left. And before you leave, you have to give them a 2 weeks.
Notice, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. You have to give them a 2 week notice and let them know that you're leaving, like the legal way. But me,
Yes.
I did not. I just told my host mom 1 week before that I'll leave your house at the ending of the month. So yeah, and exactly the end of the month I left the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that means you have to change your host family.
I had to change a host family. I had to, yeah.
So how did you manage to do that?
Like I said, there is a Aupair group on Facebook,
Okay.
where there are several families and several au pairs. So I posted that I'm already in Germany and I'm looking for a new family. So I found mom. She was living like 4 hours away from me in another Bundesland. So I had to, yeah, and I communicated with her. She was a single mom with a child. So I felt like, okay, maybe a single mom is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I left that family to her. Yeah, so yeah, you can change as you want. So I found my family. But one thing I also advise Aupair is it's better you stick with your agent. When you have an agent and the agent is very good, you have to stick with your agent, because when you're an Aupair and you're alone, family do take advantage of you. Yeah,
Yes.
you come alone and your first family is nice and everything, you can stay with them. But when you start having issues along and you feel you want to change, I would advise you to take an agent when you are changing, to be on the safer
We are
side.
changing. Yeah. Okay, so with this second family, how was it like? Was it cool? Was it nice?
Do you know the adage saying that jumping from frying pan to fire? That was what happened.
Oh my god.
Pan to fire. And fire was very, very hot. Honestly, Fidas, I jumped from frying pan to fire. And I had to leave that second family after 5 months. I stayed there
So
for
this
5.
second family too, the woman was black?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And she was
Wow.
the as my first host. Yeah. That's why I want to keep the ethnicity a
They
little
are from
bit.
the same place.
The same place. Not
Okay.
the same tribe.
Same country. Yeah.
I stayed with her for 5 months, and the last straw was when I felt like this woman know what she's doing. I understood that because just stressful, and sometimes it's normal for people to bring their stress on you. They don't know how to manage their stress. But
Yeah.
then when you let people always get their way with you, they feel like okay, they're entitled.
Yeah.
And after 5 months, I felt like I'm an Aupair and I'm not your family member. So I don't think I can take this anymore. It's a program I came to do, and when I feel like it's not going the way it was. And this situation actually, I had her own neighbors telling me that you have to leave. People were telling me you have to, because she was mostly not talking with most of her neighbors and
Neighbors. Wow.
how she was. And her own friends were telling me you have to leave. Like this, you are really enjoying so much. And I said no. I really wanted to stick and finish my au pair and be done with
Yes.
it, because it's really stressful. That was moving from one place to the other, one place to
Yeah.
your things, learning a new town or a new community, knowing where network is, how the is,
Yeah.
children's
Trying
kinder.
to settle in over and over.
Yeah, it's really, really stressful. That's why when I went to the second family and things were going wayward, I said no, I want to stay and finish my Aupair. But then the last straw I told myself is either my mom will come and carry my corpse here from Deutschland.
God forbid.
Or, yeah, so that was what really. And it was even the funny thing, it was her own best friend that helped me to leave that day in the house, because she
Wow. 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 Then
refused
she's a
to let me.
terrible person.
Yeah, because okay, you know, when people do things to you, then later on they know that okay, now this girl
Yeah.
knows what I'm doing. Then they try to play victim. Then I'm like, I had to leave because this is really a program, and I'm supposed to have so much experience after the program.
Yeah.
But I'm living as if I'm in Africa and I want to live with my mother's sister and she's more treating
Oh
me.
yes. Imagine.
Yeah, so
So
I had
like this second family, not to traumatize you or anything, can you give us like a something surface that she did to
like,
you that you're like, no, you have to leave?
okay, first, she refused to pay for my language class. I said no problem. I paid with my own Aupair allowance. And my language class used to start at 8 o'clock, and
Hmm.
the plan had to get to kindergarten mostly 9 o'clock. And I told her, can we compromise for this month
Yeah.
in the morning to take the child to school? Then I also go to language class. I come and pick him up. And she said, no, I have to wake up 5:30 a.m. to make sure I prepare myself and get the boy ready. I have to stay in the house till 7 a.m. and also
Hmm.
child ready. And mind you, the way she passes to go to work is the same way the child's kindergarten is. And my Volksschule, my language school, was also in a different direction, which was like 30 minutes away from the house by walk. And I had to walk every day 30
You have
minutes
to
to.
work.
Yeah, she refused to also give me money for bus tickets. So I had to do everything on my own. I did that for 1 month. I survived. It was not a problem for me. I knew these were all challenges. The last one
Yeah.
was she I have this burn on my hand here. It's an oil burn. She got angry one time I was cooking. She just hit the oil like that. Then I got this burn.
What?
So then I'm like, okay. I
You
still
have
stayed
to leave.
that. I still stayed. I'm like, yeah, she came to apologize later. I said, okay, no problem. Okay.
Hmm.
Then one time I talked to my friend's brother, he lives in Kiel. And he said, why are you letting people treat you like this? Do you forget you're in Germany? Like
you said your
friend,
friend's brother
yeah,
in
um,
Kiel.
yeah, he lives in Kyo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you see them very soon. And he was like, my friend was really furious with me. She's like, Amma, you let people really take advantage of you. And mind you,
Yeah.
she find her life, like her pair life for like so.
Oh.
So she got angry. Then she called her brother to talk to me, and he was like, Amma, have you forgotten you live in Germany? Like, you live in Germany, let people
Yeah.
visa, you have everything, and you let people treat you like this. So then I sat down one day after language school, then I'm like, why? Why am I letting people treat me like this? You understand?
Yes.
So, and another thing that happened was, you know, when you do your ameldom as an Aupair, you get a Steuer ID, your tax number.
Yeah.
And I got my ameldom, she refused to tell me how to go for a Steuer ID number. I asked her, she said she didn't get it. I asked her several times, she said she didn't get it. Mind you, she was having it in her things.
Yes.
So I had to call the rat house, and my German was very bad at that time, but I said, by fire, by force, you understand what
Yes.
I'm saying. And I
Yes.
called, they asked me that they sent it. I said, I've not gotten it. They said, no, they sent it. And they said, no problem, I can come to their office and come for it.
Officer.
Do I have to go there? So that week, when
Hmm.
kept doing certain things, and I know that I don't feel safe in that house anymore. So then I had to take all my documents out of the house. My visa, my passport, excuse my
Passports. Yeah.
city registration. I did my ameldom in that city, so I took my registration. Everything that I knew that I was going to need, I took everything out of that house. I took everything.
Hmm.
The Afro shop there, luckily they were Ghanaian, so they were very nice to me and
Yeah.
to tell the woman what was going on her daughter. So they took my documents and
Hmm. Kept it for you.
yeah, and the lady actually, God bless her wherever she is. She actually found the agent for me. She said, Amma, it's better you work with an agent this time because
Yeah.
you catch you for say utri or whatever people you so then I had to find an agent, and she found an agent for me. Anika, Frau Anika, God also bless her. And I told everything to her. She said, I'm going to get you out of that house. And by the end of this week, you are going to leave that house. So
The
when I
new
went to,
agency you got.
yeah, I got a new agent.
Wow.
She's a German, Frau Anika. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, then she said, I'm going to get you out of that house. Trust me. I said, okay. Then within that week, the lady started, my host at that time was behaving all nice to me again and everything,
Yes.
because if a person could just 1 minute, another minute, she's
Switch
like,
up. No. Why you bipolar?
because
No, no, no.
it was more than bipolar. Trust me, it was more than bipolar. So then I said, no, then I have to really, really leave. So then that
Yes.
week, acting all night, but in my head, I know that Friday, by fire, by force, I'm leaving that house. On Tuesday, I got a new family. I did a call with them, and I told
That's
Annie,
a third family.
that's my third family.
Okay.
I talked to Annika. Annika was like, yeah, I think you can go with them. They are nice and you're under me, so you feel safe. They can't,
Yeah.
you understand? And I talked to one agent. You know, in Germany, when you're Aupair and you're alone, these host families can put you in trouble with the immigration, which is the Ausländer.
Mm. So
Put
it's
you, and
good to be with an agent. It's good to be
because
with an agent.
Ausländer, because they really, really respect these agents because they
Yeah.
are legally in Germany here. So they
Yeah.
can you when the case go wayward. And this host family, please, as an Aupair, when you come to Germany, please try your best to improve your German, because
German.
there are situations whereby it's German and your lack of not learning the language is going to put you in so much trouble because you just can't defend yourself.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, she got a family for me. I had 3 families because I was also chatting with different agents at the same time, and
Yeah.
then I talked to one family and they said, Amma, we really want you to come. So I'm going to buy your train ticket right now and you come on.
Okay.
So when I said, okay, since they are already ready, why don't I go with them and agent?
Oh
So
my God.
I'm going to go. And that week, that week I was leaving the house. She didn't want me to leave the house. She's like, where are you going? You belong here. You're supposed to stay here. You know, this narcissist behavior, you understand?
Yeah, she's a narcissist. I get it.
So then I'm like, I'm leaving the house. So then I just took my things. And unknowingly to her, that week when she goes to work, I was just packing my things.
Yeah.
I packing my things very slow, so she didn't even notice I packed. And that Friday morning, I had to leave. She woke up and I told her I'm not working today, I'm leaving. She said, why are you
Yeah.
leaving? She kept shouting, talking. I just opened my bag. I didn't even,
Oh.
I just scattered my things to them, like, all of you are going with me today.
Yeah.
Then I and I had to just use all my strength, pack it. And she's like, we were living a little bit far away from where the train station was. So in her mind, who is she going to call? How is she going to get to the bungalow? I had to call a taxi, and the German had to come that day. I had to make the German flew that day. And she
Wow.
was there, and I gave her my termination letter, like, choose. I'm like, choose. I just said goodbye. I gave her my termination letter and I just left.
Wherever you are, I hope you are watching. Thank you.
So then I just packed my things and I just went to sleep at my friend's house because my train to where I was going to the third family had to leave the next day. So I needed to sleep somewhere. So
Yeah.
I at my friend's family house there in Kazaislautern. That was why I did my second. So if I'm in Kazaislautern, there's an Afro shop near the Bahnhof. You can check that they are very nice Ghanaian people. They really save money.
Oh, God bless them.
I really had this hatred to my fellow blacks when I came to Germany, but the only people that,
Yeah.
because I'm like, if my own blacks treat me this way, then how will my other
Yes. Treats you.
But then again, I met nice black people who really got my back. We're like, we are there for you. We are going to defend you. And exactly so. So I asked myself, maybe she had not helped me find that agent. I don't know where I would have been. And I finished my Aupair in my last family's house.
So wait, before you go, this third family, were they black or white, or were they Germans?
They were mixed.
Mixed, okay.
The man was a Deutscher, he was a German, and the woman also was is the same ethnicity.
The same place.
Yeah, but I only went
Oh.
because I was having an agent this time, and I needed to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me go with them. That was why I went. And if I compare to my first and second, I would say it was my best family. Like
Was
I
the
was
best family. Okay. That's nice.
really
So,
good.
like, I know somebody be watching. Why is this? Doesn't know. It doesn't mean everybody gets bad experience. As she
Now,
was saying, her friend had a very good experience with Aupair. So, as she said, it's good to be with an agent so that if anything happens, you know that you have somebody to back you. Okay, and also learn the language well. Okay, Amma, you can continue.
yeah, and my third family, I think that was and I said, for better for worse with this family, I'm sticking with them. And
Yeah.
my Aupair and just apply for my FSU because it was actually time for me to apply.
Yes.
It was okay for me to apply, and that time my Deutsch was also getting really, really good.
Very
I can
good.
deal with you in Deutsch. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can apply for my voluntary service. So then, yeah, but I actually finished my Aupair year. I was able to survive 12 Aupair. I had a friend, she just did for 4 months and she said, ich kann nicht mehr, I have to change. And I'm telling you, she's doing a voluntary service next month. She didn't survive.
Yeah.
4 months and she changed. It's not easy. So I just want to say it's not easy. Sometimes people will say, why didn't she change? She was in Germany and everything here is, you really will say that to you are in that issue, you are in the problem.
Yes.
And you are in somebody's you are living with somebody. You don't, it's like
They are restricted.
your body changes, your mindset changes, your mentality,
Yeah.
and people really know how to break you down if they want to. Like you see, you are very strong, and so me, I'm a Zogo girl, so I thought, I can survive whatever.
Bashege.
When I got here, Bashege. When I got here, then I stayed with people and they are reading the German law to me, and I'm like, I didn't say anything. I think I spoke to one YouTuber. I know like Fidas Osman. Now,
Yeah.
then she was also a former Aupair, and she called me on phone for 1 hour. She's like, no, no, get back to your senses. This is not right. This, and
Mm.
when I started getting back to, because I totally lost myself.
Yeah, can
I really
imagine.
stuff. I used to, I didn't know. It got to time. I'm like, no. But then all this has built me, because when I hear other Aupairs sending
Yeah.
or calling me their in problems with their host families or so, the little experience I have, whether it's changing of family or agent issues or family this or this, I can really help the au pair, because maybe if I had not gone through that, I wouldn't have gotten the experience the
Yeah.
one. So I think everything happens for a reason. In my
Reason.
group, because I think I've gone through a drama in my au pair, my au pair year than already. But yeah, but people have good experience, like I said. So you shouldn't let maybe what Amma went through
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
So
now,
would you?
so you can also try and also apply.
Yeah. Now you live alone, doing your stuff. How does it feel like?
Overwhelming. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming, because in back at home I used to stay with my mother. My mother didn't really have this independence, and I came here for the same thing. So now it's still overwhelming. I'm still trying to adjust to the new environment
Just
alone now. I have to calculate my money very well, make sure that
yes.
if I overspend, nobody's going to borrow me anything.
Ah, hmm. That's true. That's true.
I'll go to work and come back. Sometimes I come back and I'm in my room, because I feel like I'm still an au pair. And my neighbor, I'm a for this do. I'm like in my, I'm like, she's like, why are you? I said, I'm in. She said, why? I said, it's still overwhelming. And sometimes when
Yeah.
I do things, I'm like, okay, okay, I'm alone. But I think everything in each stage. So I've
Yeah.
passed living with somebody, which I never did till I got to Germany here. I got to know
Yeah.
the culture changes, I'm not going to talk about the weather now, because it's another story.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel, to me, at first, if you ask me, I'm going to be so negative and bitter about it. But now that I'm on my own, and other au pairs come to me, call me, complaining, their families are this, Amma, we need your help. I also share the little experience I have with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
bad. I think you have to find something good in it. So yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
now I'm
So
almost
yeah, all in all, would you encourage somebody to come for an au pair if
yeah.
anyone wants to?
I have like 10 friends. I could say I know them personally, bit au pair, and everybody is okay now.
Okay. Okay.
Doing their FSYs, we do
Hmm.
later. We talk about that, and most of
Yes.
them we. For somebody who say, why did au pair? Because I wanted a change of environment. I wanted to see how life was outside my comfort zone, and
Yeah.
I at least Ghanaians no money me. There's no work you do in Ghana, you get that euros I'm talking about. So then
Yes. Yes.
I mean, bro, let me
And
come.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad because we all start from somewhere.
Yeah,
Some people use au pair and now they are somewhere. So it's like
like
a stepping point to you entering the country.
yeah,
You can change your visa either you do Asbidong, university or whatever. So it's not a bad idea.
it's not nine, it's not
Just
what
that
but
you have to know how to go about it.
if you pay up because to me it's one of the easiest way compared to the ways Fridaus and other people share their experience, the way
Yeah.
they would know that au pair is really the most easiest way. But sometimes the easy part ends when you reach Germany. Then you have to face
And
reality.
that's when it starts.
That's when it starts. But you just have to know that this is what you want. You understand? Not all coming to where there's no shoes and the jacket and the everything. You're staying with someone. Abide by the rules and regulations, and you are good to go. When it's not working out, you change. But that
Mm.
doesn't mean you change like that, because sometimes, like, don't make the mistake I do. You can jump from frying pan to fire sometimes. So take your time, search for families. Get when you just feel you and the first family is not going to work, you talk to them. Please talk to them, because some of them are also willing to change. If you talk and it works, you just take. Because sometimes what you are complaining about, when you go to the next family, I was
Whereas
upset. You can't again shaggy. You see,
against yeah.
you see fire, and know that if you don't understand something, you can ask a fellow person. Don't keep what the family, because some family will tell you you can't change. You need 1 month notice before you change. They will blackmail you. Some of these families will blackmail you. So please
Yeah.
learn the language so that you can defend yourself. Try your best to know when you want to do a program, research on the program, know what the program is, know the do's and don'ts. Don't let anybody blackmail you. Most of these families, they blackmail. That's what I can say. But then do peer. If you have the necessary requirements, you do your one and everything is okay. I'll just advise you to do peer.
To
And then,
do it. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you so much. That was really deep. I really love this. And yeah, as you guys have heard, in everything there are pros and cons. But at the end of the day, have like a goal that you want to get to, right? And so yeah, I also watched other videos on Aupair in the US and everything. They shared experiences. I mean, it's different experiences. So
mm-hmm.
families are different. So as she said, be with an agent. That's the best way. Learn the language very well so that you can defend yourself and stuff like that. Okay, thank you so much, Amma. And then I don't know if I should leave her Instagram handle. I don't know if you like that or not. But anyways,
No problem. You can leave it.
okay, so we also talked about the process of Aupair. I'll put that link in the description box. Thank you so much for joining in. We're going to end the video here.
Thank you for
And
having me.
Amma, do you have any last words to tell them?
To my fellow Upers out there, black Upers, whether black or white, because all of us are seeing the shiggy. Everybody
Yeah.
see. I would just say it's a time phrase. You're not doing it forever. You
Yeah.
can 3 months, 6 months to 1 year. Please just be strong, right? I know the depression and everything, your mental health and everything. You don't believe in mental health till you come to Deutschland. Then you believe in mental health. Just hang in there and everything is going to be fine. Look at me. Now I'm on my own. So whenever you feel down or something, just know that it's just the next.
Yeah, it's a phase.
Yeah, we are in September. Next year, September, you'll not be where you are. That's how I
Yes.
motivate myself. And your mom never sacked you from home. My mom used to say, never sacked you, brought yourself here. If you cannot
So,
come. So if you feel like the family hates your life is against you, everything, just know that your parents love you, God loves you. That's what I can say.
yeah.
It's just a time phrase. You're gonna
Yeah. Thank you so much. And
um
hope you guys subscribe to my channel, like, share, do all the good stuff to it. And I'll see you again in another video. Cheers.